Bienvenidos, soy La Bruja Espinada, and I'm here with a very, very special new moon reading. So, let's get started. It is currently the new moon in Leo. We are approaching Leo season. We've entered Leo. Not only that, but 8-8 signifies the activation of the Lion's Gate. When you turn 8 sideways, it forms an infinity symbol. So, not only is it the new moon when intentions for manifestation need to be set, it is also amplified divinely by the Lion's Gate, because the Lion's Gate is all about the ascension with the divine, the connection with the divine, that infinity, everything that makes the universe infinite. So, right now, this reading is really, really highlighting something new for you, especially because it is the start of the new lunar cycle. So remember, at the end, I will be doing the live shuffle of what is going to be attracted to you at this time. This is going to be especially important, so pay close attention and have your question ready. Yes, no question, only one, in regards to closure, clarification, is your wish being fulfilled, whatever yes or no question that you have and want answered at this time. So let's go into the reading. When asked what needs to be released at this time, what came out was the Tower in reverse. Now the Tower, typically when it is right side up, is expressing change. And it's a tower that's crumbling. It's like everything's coming out from underneath your feet. But the Tower in reverse is saying that needs to be released is your inability to accept change. Release that shit. Cut that shit out. Right now is the time for you to stop being afraid, because a bunch of new shit is coming into your life, and you are only making it worse for yourself if you don't let it happen. If you're not letting it occur, you're resisting change, and it's telling you to stop. This is what the universe, whatever divine being you believe in, is telling you at this time, to release the resistance to change. Stop resisting, because only good is going to come for you, but you have to stop resisting change. Change is a part of life. Every second that counts brings you closer to change. You're not the same person you are every single day, and it's up to you to be willing to accept change. Have that faith that good things will come to you. But if you're resisting the change, you're only hindering yourself. When asked what needs to be embraced, what came out was the Page of Wands. Now the Page of Wands, as you can see, there's like a young sapling growing out of this individual's back, and there's this little creature that's watching it grow in the sunlight. The person is doubled over. Change is inevitable. It's gonna happen. So if you see, it's gonna happen. It's a part of you, and it needs to come out. It needs to grow out of you. It needs to start to be nurtured. So what the Page of Wands actually is the early stages of something new occurring at this time. So as you can see, it's the early stages. It's like a sapling, something you've planted, you've been planting, you've been wanting to grow for some time. It's blooming now. It's growing now. It's coming into fruition, especially now. If you had those intentions, if that's what you've been wanting to manifest for the longest time, right now is the time. One of the easiest practices you can do is write down word for word, picturing it exactly how you want it to come to fruition. Write it down exactly how you want it to be. Let's say you're going back to school, or you want to take a course. You want to be educated in something, because this has a lot to do with education as well. It has a lot to do with passion, something that you're passionate about. It's telling you, okay, well, I want to graduate. I want to get my degree. I want to get my certification. I want to do this. I want to get a license. Okay, cool. So you write down at the very top, this is what I want. This is what I want to get from it. And then you write down step by step, okay, well, I'm going to study for it. I'm going to dedicate this time to it. I'm going to make sure that I do what I got to do. I train where I got to train. I got to do it. You have to be as detailed as possible when it comes to setting your intentions, especially for the new moon, in order for it to start manifesting. And if you write it and speak it, as you're writing it out, you might feel dumb, but you know what? That actually makes a huge difference because the universe is hearing you. Your voice was given to you for a reason. So, not only that, but this is also having to show that if you're resisting change, you're putting a stop to all the optimism that can flow and grow out of you. You are putting a stop to all this new curiosity or anything that you're curious about. You're putting a brick wall up to keep it from growing and seeking. This is a bunch of enthusiasm, eagerness to succeed, learning about new investments or reaching out for new opportunities, new skills. This is what all this signifies. Embrace it. Quit resisting the change. Change is happening. And this is telling you, you need to stop being your own bullshitter and you need to let this grow the way it's supposed to. Now, when asked of the Sons of Fate, what lesson they had for you, two things came out. Well, the first one was Ascension. So the first card is Ascension. Now, what Ascension is saying is, this card is a testament to all of the work you have done. It is a nod from the universe that your efforts are seen and are being rewarded. Things are moving forward and will continue to progress and reach a higher state of consciousness as well as earthly success. This card can also be encouraging you to deepen your spiritual practices and work toward alignment with the highest codes of your being. Life is all about moving and reaching out to our true potential. You are well on your way. Keep going. On the flip side, this card can also indicate an imbalance around spiritual practice. And holding yourself back. Sometimes you can become completely reliant on all things spiritual and may ignore the earthly plane and real issues. This is referred to as spiritual bypassing. Another form this takes is continuing to focus on clearing and up-leveling, but not integrating. It can become an addiction and all about moving on to the next thing. And we think it's okay because it is spiritual in nature, but in reality, it can be disempowering. If this resonates with you, work on grounding yourself and perhaps slow down. Another message that came out, or another lesson that came out, was death. Don't be afraid of death. It's all part of change. But the message about death is, this card signals that an ending, change, or metaphorical death is currently happening or on the horizon. It may feel like the universe is stripping things away from you. You may feel shaken, raw, and uncertain. This is okay. This period is preparation for what is to come. New adventure and abundance, it's making its way to you. And it needs space. Sometimes we can get too focused on the things we need to get rid of or the things that need to die, that we are not inviting new things into your life. When we bring in more life, it is easier to allow things to die. If you find yourself in a period of death, try to incorporate some new things you can enjoy to create balance. So remember, change is coming. Things are coming to you. They've been coming to you. But if you're still waiting for there to be like, oh, I need the right sign. I need the right sign. Okay, you can wait for a sign, but are you putting in that work to get it? It's not just going to come and fall into your lap. You need to work for it. That's how manifestation and intentions work. You have to set your intentions, and you set your intentions during the new moon, and you work towards them so you can continue to manifest them. You can say what you want. You can wish in one hand and go to the bathroom in the other, and you'll see which one gets filled first. You got to put in that work. So Now the message from Animal Spirit Guide, what came out was the Starfish Spirit. Starfish says, open to infinite possibility. Stretched out on the beach, the starfish opens fully to the rays of the sun, to the power of potential. As you look out toward the horizon, do you open up to infinite possibility? Spirit is the source of opportunities beyond your wildest imagination and ensures endless possibilities are available. At this time, Starfish Spirit urges you to stretch past the limits of your everyday perception and comfort zone to dream of bigger things and imagine with even greater hope and faith for miraculous potential is shining down on you. Feel it, bask in it, and open yourself up to be filled with inspiration. This is a very fortunate sign that Starfish Spirit has come to remind you of your infinite potential. The additional message. When cynicism says no, Starfish Spirit says yes 1,000 times over. Are you willing to entertain new possibilities? Are you limiting your goals in order to be realistic and cutting yourself from the power of dreaming big? Let go of your rigid beliefs about what is possible for you. And let Starfish Spirit inspire you to open your heart and your eyes to what Spirit has available to you. Now is a time to stretch beyond the familiar and unfurl yourself, for you are meant for more than you are imagining for yourself. Spirit wants the best for you and will support you in achieving whatever intention you hold dear. I don't make this shit up. So let's ask the universe, spirits, ancestors, what answer they have in response. Go? Oh, how odd. So, I don't know if you had a 2-pointer, but one said no, but it also says go, the time is now. No, go, the time is now. I don't know what that means, but there you go. You got no, and you got go, the time, or sorry, the time is right. Go, the time is right. Don't ask me, I don't know what your question was. All right, so let's see what's being attracted to you at this time. What is being attracted to our watchers at this time? What is being attracted to our watchers at this time? That's too many. What is being attracted to our watchers at this time? What is being attracted to our watchers at this time? Darkest before dawn. Breakdown before breakthrough. Major shift is in progress. Dissolving barriers, ascending. You know, and it's funny because the Lion's Gate has a lot to do, or the primary word that's used when it comes to the Lion's Gate, which is 8-8, is ascension. Because it is when you are, the possibility of being connected with the divine is more potent, or that it's thought to be more potent. So right now, while you're in this point of needing to really let go, and really what it's that what you need to let go and what you need to embrace. And right, that's usually what's the darkest before dawn. And it's funny because it's the new moon. It's the darkest point of night because there is no moon. But it's a shift. And you need to let go of these barriers that are holding you back in order to start letting things grow the way that they're meant to. I hope this message helped, and I will see you guys next time.